What's going on? I'm Sam. I want to talk about these cheap diesel heaters, why I don't like them, and what I'm going to do instead. So these heaters are really nice. They put out a lot of heat, and they come with pretty much everything you need to install them. This one didn't come with a muffler, so I needed to order that as well to keep it a little quieter. The one thing they come with that I absolutely hate is this diesel tank. Hold on. I don't actually hate these tanks. They aren't low quality or anything. They work well for most applications. I just am not a fan of putting diesel in the place that I'm staying for a few different reasons. You get all of this stuff for under $200, which is awesome. But this diesel tank is meant to be mounted inside, which is great and everything. Except, I don't want to fill this inside of my truck, because if I get a couple drips of diesel somewhere, it's going to smell like diesel. I'm not really concerned about it through a safety perspective, because it is relatively safe. Some people put them in the engine bay, which I definitely don't like. And I've seen people make cutouts so they can fill this from the outside of their car when this is in the car. Though I still don't like that, because if you get some drips on the inside, you still have diesel smell on the inside. So to get around all this, I ordered a racing fuel cell and some accessories so I could make that work. So this fuel cell, I think, is the 5-gallon one. It has a fuel sending unit already in it, so I could wire up a sensor and I'll know how much fuel's left in the tank. It has this fill top, which is great, but you have to be able to access it. And I kind of wanted to be able to fill this up like how I fill up my gas tank. So I ordered everything I needed so that I could fill it up like my gas tank. I also ended up buying this so that I could adapt it to a normal fill neck. This bus is gasoline, so this gas cap leads to the fuel tank of gas. Originally, I was going to put this right next to it with a diesel cap, though after thinking about it, I'm not sure if I like that idea, because if you mistake the two, it could be pretty bad, especially if I go to sell the bus. I don't want someone accidentally putting the wrong fuel in the tank. So then I started thinking about putting this on the other side of the bus. But even though the caps are color-coded, I don't want myself to make a dumb decision at night or go to sell it and someone forget and put the wrong gas in it. My last option that I thought about was moving some stuff around here, putting the fill valve somewhere around here, because you're never going to come back here to fill up your truck. You kind of know something weird is going on if you come to the back of your truck to fill it up. And then I was going to run some metal like that for the diesel fill valve. Now I'm thinking I might keep this lid on here, put an access hatch in here somewhere, and fill up the tank from the access hatch. I don't know if I have enough clearance under the truck, but that's one way to get around having two gas caps. Honestly, I kind of messed up from the start. I should have just bought a diesel bus and I wouldn't have had any problems. I could have even tapped off of the gas tank. So that's where I'm at. I still have to figure out how this is going in before I can install the heater on the inside of this bus. Let me know what you think as far as the fill-up location. I'm curious if you think there's going to be less accidents having the two fills next to each other, gas and diesel, having the diesel back here, or having them on opposite sides. I'm definitely putting a big label next to each fill up as well, just to help stop me or someone else from making a big mistake. I'm really happy with the quality for this fuel cell. It was like $100, and all in all, I spent more on the parts for this fuel cell and all the fill nozzles and stuff than I did on the actual diesel heater. And that's kind of crazy considering it came with its own fuel tank and I'm replacing the fuel tank for the price of the heater. But in my mind, it's worth it. I like having this metal tank instead of the plastic tank, especially when it's going under the car. I'm putting links to all this stuff in the description if you want to check it out. Maybe if you were installing a diesel heater, this gives you some ideas. If you have another idea for these diesel heater tanks, let me know. This is just the best idea I've come up with that I'm happy with. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one. Dude, I forgot it's warm out again. Oh. You want to go run?
Go run. What are you doing? Come here. Come here. What's a good boy? What's a good boy? Griffin? Go pee. Oh, good boy. Oh, good boy. Oh.